it's not timeless, it's real life. You remember if you've seen this before in other shorts where I actually said this high keynote of it's not timeless, it's real life. What does it actually mean though? Well, there are a lot of children and teenagers, and my goddaughter included, who follow this trope of we might as well listen to something that seems like a universal theme, even if it's already been wrong for years on end. And one of the weirdest examples I can give about this is from my own experience as Tony Cashman, my communication issues. Now, people will beat this drum to death for some damn reason that you're wasting their time if you're not being straight to the point. And I've been like this with Incredibots, Gang Garrison 2, Waltrip High School, Monster Arnold Harris, Kroger. I've been like this in many walks of my life, where I wasn't really like behaving in a certain expected manner. So when discipline is supposed to be for sluts, or when that wasn't a side here about that was a side here, that was a side here. But like when discipline's for prostitutes or respect is for losers or whatever the heck, because respect in itself is good to prevent you from being a loser. But when you have to actually behave and you're still ghetto, but it's like it's still kind of like it's still necessary to actually survive and all that. So it's just when it's actually in the right hands to actually get your point across to somebody and not waste their time, even if you're still trying to be philosophical yourself. Being philosophical in yourself is good, but when you can't coexist with other people, then it's not any better. But anyways, the communication is just one part of that for me personally. But when it comes down to someone who actually like genuinely wants to be realistic and not necessarily truthful, or vice versa, then of course it gets a little weird. I mentioned this before with truth bullying. Truth bullying was a weird thing about how I didn't want someone to just be listened to just because they happen to be resonant. The truth bullying in itself makes me cringe hardcore, especially for Mackena, because whenever I'm taking care of her business without actually meaning to the wrong way. I mean, yeah, it's none of my business what Mackena does with her life, but at the same time, I get very scared for her because I know that she'll listen to people that actually don't have her best interests at heart. Now, at the same time, when you say things like best interests at heart, be very careful. I said this before many videos already. Be careful when someone tells you that, because do they actually have your best wishes at heart, or are they just saying that they accolades and get your attention? It's the biggest hardcore thing with on curses and truth bullying and things like that. It's like very and even idle wording. I mentioned before. It's very weird. You don't want someone to already be meaningfully helpful to you without knowing anything what they've been doing for the last entirety of their lifetime, let alone anyone else's generation. And when you have generations of children and teenagers who all collectively think that something has existed since before the millennial change of the 21st century, then of course they're going to believe what they want to believe, just because they think they have to. They don't have to believe what they do. Their stories aren't their own. It is so what they get to choose. And they get to believe anything they want inspired them wisdom.